all heard of the straight line method
Is that live stream?
of sales, right? I don't know if someone else has been over this with you at the start. This is hi, how are you? My name is John. My name is Eric. Doesn't matter. This is where you start your thing. This right here, this is them giving you their credit card. That's the sale. That's a happy day. That's the best thing ever, and that's going to make it a lot easier to make more of those. So when someone takes you off track, it doesn't matter where it is, up here or at the very end. Up here, you got to be a little bit more worrisome. If they're spewing out shit, right? Hey, how are you? Sorry, blah, blah, blah. That's not an objection. Then we call that bullshit. Or in the manual, it's gonna say a smoke screen. Yeah, a smoke screen. Smoke screen is something that they're just saying for whatever. It's like if you wanted to hang out with, or if one of your friends wanted to hang out with you, and you're like, oh, I'm kind of busy. Like, it's not real, but it's just like, get away from me, that type of thing. They don't even know what you're doing at that point in the time, so don't take it personally. They just don't want to talk to a person, not don't talk to you. But know to just bust through those. Sometimes if they're coming in, I'm busy. I mean, anything that just doesn't sound like it's a real reason why they wouldn't want to buy it, since they don't know what the product is in the first place. The best word that you can use is sure. Sure is literally your best friend. If someone is saying, I'm not interested, you laugh, you go, sure. Keep going. Literally, don't even say anything else about it. I promise you, they will not, you didn't resolve my concern. Who's going to say that? I was going to say it. They forgot their concern. So down here, objections, this is what we're going to start training off for you guys. This is what's more important. This doesn't require much training. Smoke screen, sure, that's all you really need to know. But objections down here, these are real reasons why someone wouldn't want to buy your product. This is when you've explained almost everything about the entire service, and they're like, I don't know if I really like chemicals around this. I gotta talk to my wife before I buy this. Just give me your card, I gotta think about it. Those are objections. Those are reasons why they're not buying on the spot. So the first, I guess we'll just start off with, I gotta talk to my wife. I just put wife. So the first concern, John, what's your go-to for wife objection?
So with the wife, obviously happy wife, happy life. Is it mainly the price or the service that's bothering you?
So that's a great follow-up question. It's going to give, anytime that you're asking either or questions, you're giving two options. Those are the only things that they're restricted to answering to. So it's not like they're going to come back with, oh, I just don't want to buy it. They're going to answer, okay, it's going to be the price. It's too expensive. Then you know to drop the price. Don't drop the price beforehand, because then you sound like it's a shitty service. No one's going to want to buy something for 150 bucks when 2 seconds later you're offering them the same thing for $80. That's ridiculous. That looks worthless. And then the service thing. That's another follow-up, in which case you can give service closes, like service aces. So I'm sure you guys have seen like the free aphid treatment, free flea and tick, stuff like that. Those sound good. Like, I mean, it's like kind of like whatever. Like, it's not that much work for us. But the way that you present it can have a huge impact on what it means. So if someone's like, if you go, hey, I've got this aphid service, it's like 15 bucks. We'll give it to you for free if you buy it. What? I don't even know what that is.
Most people aren't even gonna know what aphids are.
No one knows what an aphid is. That's why it's good to have a bug chart too, because it freaks them out a little bit. You're like, these are what you gotta deal with if you don't go with me. Anyway, with the aphid thing, especially for a wife, they chew up holes in the plants like crazy. So I'm sure you guys talked about the preface, feature, and benefit with Wyatt the other day. I don't know if any of you guys were in the training. But when they're bringing that up, people buy on the benefit. I'm not like buying because of this feature. Like, okay, that's cool that it does this, but what does that actually do for me? So the aphids, the way I explain it, and John, if you want to come up here, let's role play so they can see. So I just like talk to my wife. Is it the price or the service? Do you want me to answer? No, I'm asking. Is it more on the price or the service?
I guess just the service itself.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, that's one of the things that are really cool. You see the holes in the leaves here?
Yeah.
Do you know what does that?
No clue, man. Bugs.
Yeah, not many people know. These little thing called aphids. And those things are ridiculously hard to get rid of because they're so small, but you can see the destruction that they cause. I'm sure your wife isn't happy about it. Nobody's wife in here is.
Yeah.
What's really cool is we have an extra aphid warranty. It's normally an extra $15 every service, $75 on the year. if you guys can get fit in with the rest of the neighbors, I will take all of that. I will give it to you for free. And that way you never have to worry about any holes in your leaves. The roses are always gonna look good. Does that sound fair? You're gonna be here tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess we can do it tomorrow.
So you see the difference? Like the fact that they don't have to worry about holes in their leaves is the reason why they're buying it. They don't care that an aphid is there. They care that there's holes in their leaves. Now, does that make sense, guys?
And the way he explained it is like you're solving a already existing issue. And that one thing that he did mention is, actually I don't know if you said it, if you say, I guess the wife takes care of those shrubs or who takes care of the flowers. If you say that, then he's gonna say, well, I don't do it, I guess she does.
Yeah.
So if she's not here and she comes home and he tells her, oh, the roses are gonna be fine this summer, he's gonna feel good about it. She doesn't have to worry.
He's happy because the wife's happy, that's why when he was like, hey, happy wife, because that thing, I mean, like, not that that's true, but like, we say that to relate to the other person. Like, I don't want to seem like a salesman to you. When I walk up to your door, I'm your friend. We're just talking. That's all we're doing. If I can help you out, great. If I can't, it's fine. I'll help you never out. So that's the mentality that you gotta have.
So would you ever be like to the guy? Would you be like? Wouldn't you like to tell your wife with certainty that the roses are going to be out there?
However you think you can prevent that, or I guess present that benefit the best is the correct way to present the best. Anything that you think will work, I promise you will work 100% of the time. Yeah. Just be confident. But have true confidence. Like, don't just like pump up a bunch of stuff and just say it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But know what you're saying, and so that way it conveys a meaning to them. Like, there's a difference between them hearing you talk and them listening to you, and that's the difference. So when they go into the paraverbals and things like that, the communication, my volume, my level of talking, my posture, how my chin is raised, just certain things like that. Like that whole thing dictates whether you're listening to me. Like, if I'm like, imagine if I was over here talking like this. Yeah, he can't hear me. He doesn't know what I'm saying. The whole thing is communication. So what's cool about the picture, the manual is so detailed. I mean, you can keep reading it over and over again, and there's not going to be like, you're never going to see like, oh, I already know all this. Like, oh man, that's something cool. I didn't think about that before. Bruce Long, do you guys know Bruce? Bruce reads the manual all the time. In every morning meeting on the training, he'll bring up something in the manual that I had no clue was in there. And this is my 3rd year doing it. So there's always going to be new things like that. But so don't ever think that you're going to be at the top. Like Sebastian, he slays. Like, I think, are you number 1? No, you're number 2 behind Conley. But I mean, the rookie, number 1. Like, I think he sold more last year than I did in my first 3 combined, which is insane because of his work ethic. But he's not a perfect salesman. Like, there's a reason that he's here right now, not out there, is because he knows that he can get better, just as much as we all know that we can get better. So, super cool. Aphid's good for the wife. Price drop, same thing when you're resolving. So, the same thing as the smoke screen. When you're resolving a true objection, sure, same thing, big word that you can use. Sure means I understand. It conveys so many subconscious messages to them. It's like, we're on the same side. You give me a reason why you're doing it? Sure. I understand. We're friends here. You resolve that, just like John did. I don't know, I gotta talk to my wife. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. That's the resolve. The ace is the free aphid service. And you're throwing the benefits out of that like crazy, and then you're closing. So you guys understand that order shouldn't switch. You don't close and then ace. You don't resolve at the end, because then they're not listening to you. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. Okay. John, do you want to say anything else about that?
There he is. No, I think with resolve ace closing, one thing as you get throughout the summer, you realize we have full freedom to price drop, and I kind of got into the habit of I forgot about all the aces. My first ace was, oh, I'll take $50 off. In the end, that's gonna ruin your contract value. Read the manual, know your aces, and in the end of the summer, your contract value will be higher than half the teams. I know we call it being a price whore. But if you just remember, because looking back, I probably could have got way more sales than dropping the price and offering aphids. Now, I'm not saying don't be scared to drop the price, because, you know, before I would leave the door, I would throw a Hail Mary. I'd say I'll do it for however much sometimes, but I would normally not leave the doorstep without throwing that last ace out there.
And sometimes you can make up your own aces. Like we treat the garage for free, but you can just be like, hey, would you like us to treat the garage tomorrow? That's normally an extra $50. Like, do you want me to throw that in for free? People say yes, and that will get you a sale, and that you did not do anything. Literally didn't do anything.
That's some some next level stuff.
Yeah. But just, the thing that I'm saying is there's not like two possibilities that you can choose. Like there's a lot of things that'll fit a lot of different set of topics and different situations that you're in. So the good part about it is to just be prepared.
This point is just to improvise, probably more than anything.
But improvise with preparation. So like this whole part is just you preparing before you go out in the summer. That way the improvisation is not even like, it's not like you're actually coming up on the fly, but like you're like, oh man, I remember Conley said that like a month ago that I can do the garage flush. For some reason that hits you at the right time, and that gets you a sale. But like he was saying, being like dropping the price too much, like I said in the beginning, that really diminishes the value of the service. If they think that you're giving it away, then that's going to come across. Because if you're just trying to get a sale and they'll say anything, that really like, I don't know how they know, but I promise you they do. Just like when you're rolling, you are selling like crazy, you will not get a single person mean to you for the rest of the day. I don't know why that is either, but it's just like this energy that you carry. Everyone knows that you're supposed to be there. So that's what you do. I mean, we say you got to be the route manager. Like the first thing that we read in the manual is be an actor. So you're not. What's your name?
Zach.
Zach. So Zach, you're not going up there as Zach, the kid from Wilmington is a sale. Like I'm trying to sell pest control. You're a route manager, and you've been a route manager for a long time. That's the role that you're playing. You're stepping on to your stage, their porch. It doesn't matter what it is, but you're literally acting. And so the acting that we get down to the very finest minute detail is voice inflections. Like I cannot stress enough the posture and the chin. I think I may have talked to you about this last time, but if you guys are getting like not having the best day with the rest of the crowd, and you're not really picking up any speed, the first thing that you'll notice yourself doing is you'll usually be slouching. And even if it's like this to like this, to like, I mean, any degree of it is not good. Your shoulders should be back and your chest should be a little bit out. My voice carries more this way, and I'm not even talking louder. It's so much little things that you think don't matter, they matter the most. They matter the most. So, other objections. Wife, card. So card is usually, this is usually in the beginning. Can I get a card? That's usually because they're busy. They're not too busy. I promise you that the writing the contract thing, I think my shortest sale is under 2 minutes. What is your shortest? You take forever, don't you? Yeah, you take a long time. But it doesn't take that long. He likes to build a really concrete relationship with them, and that's nice. I mean, like that's why he's got a great sales to service ratio. But it doesn't take that long. Like that doesn't mean you're always going to have long sales. You're going to have people that are actually busy. But them saying, "Can I get a card?" The first thing that you can usually be like, "Oh yeah, I give a card to everybody on my way out." You're not on your way out yet. You're going to keep talking, and so that just buys you time. And I promise you, after 20 seconds, they're not remembering it. They're not going to be like, "Did you not hear me when I said I needed?" No, that's over now. So these little things, the card especially is the biggest one. Another big one is the product. So when, like I said in the beginning, as a product is usually going to come down here. It may come up here in the beginning. Either way that you address it, it should be the same way. The first thing that I always say is you get excited for the most part when they do an objection. Do you need eye contact? Like literally, if you do not have eye contact when they tell you no, you're done. You're done. You literally should leave the door. You already lost. That is just set in stone. But if you're saying no and I'm staying with you, I'm still listening, and this isn't over. Like, you just brought me down a little bit, but I've got something, I've rehearsed for this. I've got something in my back pocket. So eye contact is the biggest thing, and laugh. Literally laugh. Not like point in their face and laugh, but just chuckle it off. Like, literally, one thing that you're gonna hear is like, sometimes you're not gonna have the best day. It's gonna be kind of hot. So like, don't expect the job to be easy. It's gonna be very rewarding, but it's gonna be hot. We have a saying called water is off a duck's back. If somebody's saying something, don't let it get under your skin. It's literally just like, I didn't hear it. So the same way that when they give you the objection, I'm always like, sure. You smiled. Are you happy? No. You're just like, you smiled because I smiled. Exactly. And so the energy that they are directing at you is the same energy that you are directing at them. So if you, like I said, the way that you think is the best way to do it, you're right. You're right. So eye contact is the biggest thing. Product, back here. So when someone is saying, I don't really like chemicals around my thing, which is especially new homeowners, younger people, you're gonna hear this a lot. That's my favorite objection to get. I literally get happy, and you need to trick yourself to get happy for it. So when they say that, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna be so happy I stopped by. It's ecstatic. All of my products are EPA approved. Every single one is derived from the chrysanthemum and marigold flower. We had a technician take a shot of this stuff one time. He was just on the toilet for 20 minutes. It'll get you to laugh every time and show you how, yeah, it's nothing to worry about. That, I almost think that objection is a buying question for me.
Yeah.
And so when you switch your own framework of thinking about how these things define if you get the sale or not, it will switch the entire layout of everything that they say to you. If you actually get excited when they bring up this objection, it's not an objection. Does everyone understand that? So how you think about the whole situation is the biggest thing. And you need to always know at the same time, you shouldn't get too high and you shouldn't get too low. It's not always gonna be easy. It's not gonna be that hard all the time either. But it's work. We are working long days, but it is the most rewarding job that we can have at this age. So just seize the day, every day. I mean, how many hours a day are you working?
On average, about 10.
About 10. And that is work. He's not like, oh, let me go on a door. Oh man, what did my girlfriend just text me? Oh, I just got, like, that doesn't happen.
That's what I did.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. If you want to waste time, why are you out here? If you're in Kansas, Philadelphia, you're gonna go out there to be on your phone? 10 years later, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I had the best internship ever. I was on my phone for like 2 hours a day. It was great. What? Who says that? Nobody. But in the time being, when you're just like, I don't wanna work, I'm just gonna go on Instagram, that seems a little bit more easy. But just keep that present mindset when referring back to it. So, like I was telling Zach earlier, the biggest thing that you need to, it doesn't matter how much of this stuff I teach you. How much of this stuff that I teach you. When you talk about talent in work, work outweighs talent 50 times to 1. Outweighs talent 50 times to 1. Like I was just telling him, he sells like a madman. He's a psychopath. And he rolls in the dough. I mean, that's what he did. He came out here to work. He works well. He gets paid well. But he is not that good because he's that good, if that sense makes sense. He is that good because he works that hard. That is it. And I know because I was the same way. Everyone's thinking like, yeah, but I'm the exception. No, you're not. I'm telling you that right now. No, you're not. I'm not saying that to be mean to you. I just want to let you know, if you want to make money, don't think that way. But I'm good. I need to work on working more. And that's something that is cool that I learn more and more every year. But that is the biggest asset ever. If you suck, and I'm talking about awful, like the worst I've ever seen, and you go out there every day and you give 100%, you'll make a sale a day.
Someone will genuinely lay down and they need pest control. Just because you're on their doorstep, if you don't have any training, if you just know the script, they will literally say, okay, let's do it.
And a sale a day is like 100 something sales. That's like 15 grand. That's straight. $5,000 a month. Easy money, easy money. And then if you can get 1 sale a day, you can get 2. I promise you can get 2. 2, you can get 3. So it's always a numbers game. And like I said, don't ever think that, oh, I've made it. I'm done. Like, I know the man. No, you don't. You can get better, I promise you. What was your biggest day? Do you know how long it takes to do 15 sales? A 15 sale day, anytime you're getting
Max at Mac, really maxing it. I don't even want to say the wrong number.
22 or
22.
22.
23.
dude,
Something
I
like
want to say
that.
the wrong number.
I don't even know. That's crazy, bro. That is literally, that is me knocking on the door. I sell this door. The next door, I knock on the door. I sell this door. I keep doing that until it's lunchtime. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go to lunch. I gotta charge my iPad. You come back 30 minutes to an hour later and you do the same thing. That's crazy. Don't expect that to happen. But when it does, if you're going home early that day, don't understand it.
No, I will say, in reference to my summer, the hour to hour and a half lunch break, I only took 20 at the top, 20 minutes of a break. And when I didn't have a truck at first, I just took breaks in like the bathrooms. I got to either break in a bathroom, find an outlet, charge it up, and then get going.
Yeah, and when you're selling at his pace, he's selling about 1 an hour, on average. 1 an hour. Every time that he takes that long of lunch, what everybody else takes, not that an hour and a half lunch is bad, like this is exceptional, but not that that's bad, but if you did just what everybody else does, he's losing a sale every day. That is 6 sales a week. What are we out there for, 12 weeks? Is that 72? 72 sales? That's a lot of money, dude. And the difference between, if let's say you were going to do 100 already, the difference between 72 sales and if you are going to do 100 and you did 72 more, the difference between 107 and 172 is dramatically different than the difference between 0 sales and 72 sales. So when you start piling them up on the end, that's where the cash is. You have to be obsessive. Every single one that you can get every day, I promise you. Like, I'll ask you guys a question. When have you ever worked hard and then like 2 days later you're like, oh God, I'm so pissed I worked that hard?
Never.
That seems like a stupid thing to say. It just doesn't even make any sense. Like, who's like, oh God, I spent so much time and effort in making some more money. No, shut up. That's it. So, back to this. Objections. Eye contact. Eye contact, huge, like I said. You look down, you're done. You catch yourself looking down, you're wasting time, turn away, walk away from the door. It's done. Eye contact, but smile. Smile. You can say anything mean to me. If I look at you like this, you know it doesn't bother me. You know then the interaction didn't do damage at all. So you're trying to protect this interaction. Then, head nods. The whole time, you want to be, for the most part, agreeing with them. You're training yes questions to them to get them to agree with you because you are trying to be friends. No one wants to be sold. Everyone wants to buy. Everyone wants to buy from their friends too.
Mm-hmm.
So you were just explaining things. So wife, card, product, too expensive. Obviously, you know a way to do that. Just drop the price. Make it seem like it hurts when you drop the price because it does hurt. That takes money out of your pocket. Every increment of your price dropping, because I assume you guys are all going to get over 100 sales, so you're all going to have at least 25% commission. So every increment that you drop the price is the increment that gets taken out of your bank account because everything is times 4. You do it at a quarter. I'll take $10 off. You just lost $10 by that sentence. I'll take $30 off. Well, you just lost $30. Know what's going on, and you don't have to fake it. You don't have to fake like it hurts because it should. It should be annoying. All right, well now I'll do it cheaper. So when someone comes up here, I'll let John do it. Come over here and I'll be the customer. Yeah, man, I kind of like it, but it's kind of too expensive.
Have you ever priced pest control before?
Once or twice.
Awesome. So normally, as you can tell, we are premium based, so we are at that premium price, but calling up out here all day. Tell you what, I'll take 50 bucks off that first one. I'll do it for just 49 bucks, and that's for everything. Would you be here tomorrow?
Money. Assume it. You're gonna be here tomorrow, right? Yeah, awesome. What time? You just start filling it out. Sometimes people will fill out the whole contract with you, and then when you ask, you're gonna do a card or a voided check, and they'll be like, I didn't know I was signing up for this. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a lot easier to resolve ace close somebody when they're down there at the bottom of the contract than it is when they're right here in the middle of service. You're getting here. That's your destination. You're not trying to get like, oh, here's cool, but here's not that bad. That sucks. Anywhere that's not there is pointless. You are getting there. So when you are getting taken out here and they get the wife, they're taking you off course. That's cool. You resolve it, you ace it, bring it right back. You keep going. Boom, take you off, boom, take you off, boom, take you off. You're always moving forward. You don't have them take you, oh, my wife, she doesn't want chemicals around the plants. She loves the plants. She's been a gardener all the time. Oh, that's cool. My girlfriend, like, that's not a conversation. You don't do that. Because the more you entertain the objection, the more real it becomes in their head, the more solidified of a reason it becomes for them to not buy the service. You're wasting time, and instead of it going down here, you're going down there. You are so far away from there, like it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it's cool to be nice to people and don't be mean, but you're at work, so you don't have to waste your time. And when you realize that your time is valuable, at the same time, you don't have to fake it. So a lot of these times, when someone comes up here, the biggest thing that you're going to get in the beginning is, I'm busy. Sorry. The first thing I do, fully understand. Super busy guy myself. Anyway, go right back into it. They will respect that. Anyone that's truly busy will take just a second to see what you have to say, and then you'll go. But you need to identify which one is like crap and which one is a real objection. Because the real objections you should take seriously, and the crap, that's what we say to crap. Sure. Anyway, that's it. Learn how to fake laugh. Now, something that I teach all my new guys, since you guys all know the words now, you guys are probably picking up on paraverbals, different things on how to express yourself. Do your pitch in the mirror, at least once a day. You're gonna feel stupid, I promise you that. It's gonna look a little bit weird the first time, and then you're gonna be wondering if anybody else hears you talking to yourself in the bathroom. But it will help so much. I promise you there's things that you all are doing on your faces when you talk that you don't know that you do. And like, I don't think it's weird because you don't think anything of it. But once you notice it, you're like, does my lip really go up like that? I mean, just like it's stupid, it's weird stuff. But it's to come off more personable. And another thing is be the person who you would want to buy from. Like, it's not rocket science. Like I was just telling him, the thing that you think is gonna work the best will work the best. There is no other way to describe it than that. If you think you're right, you are. If you think you're wrong, you're also right. Like that's just the way it is. Okay. Any questions as of up now? No questions. Everyone understands. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is the younger guys can come up here, experienced reps, you can come in here too. But John's going to be the customer. He's going to give you objections. It's not going to be crazy hard ones. But before we do it, is there any objections that you guys have read about that you want help on before we test you?
I guess my biggest one, and I know like Ryan told me it's basically a smoke screen, but I mean, just to get another opinion is I'm just not interested.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
There's a couple ways to present that. And that is probably the biggest one that it matters at what part of the line does that fall on that they give you that objection. So if it's before you know my name and my company and what I'm doing, not interested, that doesn't mean anything to me, what are you not interested in? I'm just not, what are you not interested in? That doesn't even make any sense. No, that's crap. Don't be mean to them. There's no easier way to lose a sale than to act arrogant and to be mean. And then they're gonna be mean back, and it's gonna put a damper on your mood. Just always be nice, always smile. That's a rule that you should set in stone in your heart. Anyway, when you come down here, are you talking about at the very end, I'm not interested, or something here? Like, or do you just want clarification on both?
Explains it, but yeah.
So, right here, the first one is, if they say it in the beginning as a joke, I'm like, I wouldn't be interested if I didn't know what I was doing anyway. Anyway, that's it. Done. You're back on the page. They're listening to you. They don't think of it. Here, they give you an objection. I'm not interested. Oh, that makes sense. Well, you're probably not seeing much bugs inside, right? No, not that much. No one in here is. The reason why they're all going with me is I take care of the entire yard. Now, not only do I take care of the entire yard, but I slap a full warranty on it. So if you even have a bad dream about a spider, and you don't call me, I'm gonna be upset at you. But you're gonna be here tomorrow, right? Stupid stuff like that. He's your friend. Treat him like a friend. And I promise you they will respond as a friend as well. If you were thinking that yourself as I'm selling, they will think that you're selling. So a lot of these things that the manual will try to get you to think a certain way is, and sometimes, and I was victim of it, and all first year guys are especially, is okay, let me try to think this. I wish I thought my time was more valuable. I mean, like, stuff like that, that encapsulates the whole thing. And so instead of trying to do that, you realize that is simply the case. And when you realize a lot of these things, the same way that you realize that this is an objection, this is a buying question, your whole reaction turns into a different one. I'm not that great at switchovers. So when I hear somebody already has a company, I know inside I'm rolling my eyes at myself like, oh crap. I need to stop doing that. And I just need to get better at switchovers for me to stop doing it. But Daniel Ferris, I don't know if you guys know him, his switchover pitch is amazing. Like, I think, how much of his sales were switchover?
70%.
70% of all of them. And he didn't have a little number of sales either. There's a lot of sales of switchovers. So, but when I hear, mine's probably 20%. Do you think that he's going to neighborhoods that only have pest control already? No, we're not in the same neighborhoods. It's just when he gets switchovers, when he hears somebody has a company, he gets excited. He's like, oh yeah, this is money in my pocket. That's what you should be thinking. I'm ecstatic. This person is about to give me $200, no joke, for talking to them. What is the difference? What is wrong with what I just said? Nothing. That is the truth. You knock on someone's door, you have a conversation. If you have the correct conversation, they will give you $200. Dude, that's crazy. And when you think about it like that, the job is nothing. I had to talk. People are rude to me. I don't care. I'm not going to see them again. But if I do see them again, if I have a follow-up, like just an interaction with them, that means they bought from me. In which case, they deserve some of my time, so I shouldn't feel bad about giving it to them. So there's a lot of things that you don't have to get yourself to think the right way. You just have to think about the nature of how things actually are, and then you get back to it. Is there any questions there? Did I answer you're not interested or not enough? Okay. Now, let's get these guys up here. Don't worry about messing up, because we are all in your shoes. And then he's just going to give you fake objections, and then any experienced rep that wants to chime in to give them a little bit of input.
Sebastian, will you go one time? I just want to see you speak.
You want to do a full
Yeah, we
pitch?
can,
What time is it?
7:40.
I'll go up there with the other guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to go on. Start getting the brain going.
Yeah. I mean, we can do a full role play.
What it'll be is, so act like you went through the whole pitch, and then I'll object you at the end, so resolve explosion. And once
So this is after you've presented
this is
service.
once I know everything about what you're doing down the very end, and then you close me, and I'll give you an objection.
Just start off with what do you guys say after service? What's your close?
And that's where the permanent solution comes into play for your home.
Or you're kind of right. I guess I asked my questions weird. You close, but do you know? Does anyone know what the close is?
So I got a
You're gonna be here. Now, some people say you're gonna be here tomorrow. What Damon does, and I think it may be a little bit more effective, is you're gonna be here later today, right? It builds more urgency. But anyway, so start off there. You're gonna be here later today.
You can grab an iPad behind you if you want.
Yeah, if you wanna.
So I have a 9. I have a 5 today, or I have a 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Which one is better for you?
You know, it sounds great. I got dogs. Is it gonna be okay if they get into this product?
Sure. Now that's the one thing that our customers love about our products. They're all botanically derived. We get them from marigold flowers and
Chrysanthemum.
chrysanthemum flowers.
and also lavender oils and whatnot. So it's perfectly good for pets and kid friendly. And like I said, I have a 5 o'clock at the end of the day or a 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So that's good. You usually don't want to ask the same close that they just said no to. Not that he said no, so it wasn't that bad, but he did lead you a little bit away. Now, the words that you're saying right now are like the least things that I'm worried about. You'll learn the words later, but your eye contact and your body language is the first thing, the only thing that I was watching right there, and you were perfect. So you maintained it didn't look weird that you were staring into his eyes, like you were just being nonchalant, and that was really good. But yeah.
Yeah. And with the dog or with the chemical thing, you don't really have to ace it. I mean, you can. I don't ever ace.
Yeah, well, that's
The ace
it's
is
a
that
little.
it's safe.
Yeah.
So
Usually,
you don't have to.
usually that's a buying question.
Yeah.
A little bit different than an objection, like I was saying earlier. So a buying question is nice. That means they're interested, thinking about buying the product.
Yeah.
He did it right. He didn't even ace.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
that
he
was
just
cash.
resolved
Good
and
job.
closed.
Really
That's
good job.
perfect.
All right, so I got a 5 o'clock and a 6 o'clock. You gonna be around today?
Yeah, we'll be, but I'm just not really interested.
Sure, I understand. Damn, I don't know how to take that one. I don't know.
Dude, I'm sure you're not.
Right?
You're not seeing much on the inside right now.
Yeah.
It's mainly out here in the
So
yard.
I'm sure you're not seeing much on the inside. It's that time where it's not too
Early in the season.
It's not too early in the season, so I'm sure you're not seeing bugs. The biggest thing is what we do out here in the yard, and that really prevents them from coming inside. Yeah. Okay.
Cash.
Resolve. No, that was good.
Yeah.
So we're
So-
going for resolve.
So, like I said, are you gonna be around today, sir?
I
It's
will
the
be.
benefit,
You can
right?
Resolve 8.
Resolve it.
That was good. It was a good result. So you can price drop me. You can give me free aces.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. I'll take the service. I'll bump off another $50. I'll do it for just 99 bucks. That's for everything. Now, like I said, are you gonna be around today, sir?
Yeah. Be like after that. Be like that sounds fair, right?
That sounds fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Awesome.
That was good.
Guys, I just want you to, the main thing to focus on is don't break eye contact with him when he says no.
Feels good, doesn't it?
So I got a 5 o'clock and a 9 o'clock tomorrow. You're gonna be here tomorrow, right?
I should be here. I gotta talk to the wife first.
Gotcha, man. Happy wife, happy life, right? Fuck.
Dude, that was cash.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so,
That was
it was
good.
so good. I don't know why it was so good.
I see. I see you guys have these rose plants over here. So you see these tiny holes that get all in here. I'm sure she doesn't want those getting eaten out. They're beautiful, man. So we have an aphid and a Japanese beetle protection that's $200 a year. I'll throw that in totally free for you, man. You're gonna be here today at 5.
Good. Good. Emphasis on the benefit. You never have to hear your wife complain about it again. But like I said, words aren't that important right now. Your demeanor was great.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good.
Hey, you're gonna be here later today, right?
Yeah, it's just I don't know if I can pay that much right now, man.
Totally. So it's the price.
Yeah.
Hey, tell you what, man. I'm gonna be here taking care of your neighbors, Mrs. Johnson and Billy B across the street. Save me a lot of time sitting not coming back. So tell you what, I'll take a whole $50 off that initial and get you done for only $49. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, we can do it.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
One thing.
I'm not done, guys. Come on.
No,
Hey,
that's
so I got a
okay.
2 o'clock and a 5 o'clock. What do you want?
That was good. Your stance. You're confrontational. You want to be.
Yeah, to the side. You're
You
gonna
want
be
to be
with
buddy with me.
All right. So if you're leaning there, so
Like how I
should
was
be here.
standing, you're
So I
like,
should be
this
here.
is super confrontational if we're just face to face. So you kind of want to be in beside me, being buddy. We're already, you're kind of in my bubble.
Yeah,
And once
you're
we get that-
figuratively and subconsciously on the same side of it.
Once we get that personal connection, you want to, just kind of be in there. If we're like this, other than that, it's good.
And the fact
Yeah.
that the bugs and the pricing on that iPad is so small is another sales technique because the customers aren't going to be able to see it. So you turn it around so that they can see. they're going to want to lean in and stay. If they're actually interested, that's going to show that they're interested by leaning in and paying attention. And that's where you turn the iPad around and you just kind of slide in beside them. They're not going to notice that move. It's just it's a sales technique that the iPad has that you can take advantage of. So.
Very true.
All right, so I have a 1 and a 3. Are you going to be around later today?
Yeah, I guess I'm not really interested right now.
I understand, man. It is early in the season. You might not be too worried about the bugs now. But when August, early September starts to come around, you're really going to appreciate my service and everything that I'm doing for your neighbors. It's really going to be a long-term fix for you. You're not going to have to worry about seeing bugs at all and keep your home just as clean as it is now. So why don't I take care of you at 5 o'clock today?
Cash.
Oh, yeah.
Cash.
That's solid, boy.
All right, look. that was a good resolve.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, that was money.
Yeah.
That was money. Hey, look. Sometimes, I mean, that was money. That was a great result. But it may help to throw in a little bit of an ace at the end.
Okay.
But I mean, like that may have worked by itself.
Yeah, the way you said I'm going to keep your house looking just as beautiful as it does now, that was pretty smooth.
And then just same thing that he said, make sure you got the way that you remember is 45 degrees opposite of hinge where you should stand. So if the hinge on the door are over there, basically your penis is faced at that. Does that make sense?
At that hinge.
Super psychological. Like, they won't even realize it, but subconsciously, it's like confrontational. I mean, that's kind of what it says in the manual.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty, brother. So I got a 5:30 and a 6:30. Which one of those works best for you?
It sounds great, but I got to talk to the wife, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And trust me, if your wife's in there like mine, probably hear a couple of screams at night, right? Anytime she's a little spider or a little ant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, brother. So, best thing about my service is not only are we gonna take care of the yard, but if you ever have anything on the inside, maybe at night when the wife goes up to go to the bathroom, if she's ever seen a roach in there, I'll be able to take care of the entire inside of your property as well. So that 5:30 work best for you?
That's it.
Awesome.
Cash. You see, so the thing that he got is he's assuming the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, it makes sense that you'd say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I'm glad you did. This is what I have to say to you. Do you guys see? Like, that's cash. It's money. That's
my favorite thing to say, especially when they tell me they hate contracts. I hate contracts. When they tell me they hate chemicals, I hate chemicals. So I always like whatever they tell me they hate, I hate it more.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So you want to do another one, or you want to?
We can.
You want me to
What
run
time
some
is it?
objections?
Yeah,
you want me
we
to-
can have the.
So I got
if you guys
some
can-
stuff, but I mean.
Yeah, you talk. All right, you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you wanted to to give them you give them advice and stuff, I'll stand where you are and just give them objection that you can see what they're doing if that helps you out more.
What do you mean? Like
He'll be the customer.
Yeah, I'll be the coach. That way you can see them. Like you can see your
okay.
guys.
I mean, we can if y'all want to do it again.
Yeah, let's run one more.
Okay, all right, yeah, let's do it again.
So I got a 5 o'clock at the end of the day, or I have a 9 a.m. tomorrow. Which would be best for you?
We thought 9 a.m. would work. So my wife would be here, but I have not talked to her. So if you just want to leave me a card, I'll run it by her.
Sure. I give everyone a card on my way out, but this isn't really a call-in special. So, look. Normally, it's going to be $249 for that first initial service, and I'm already going to go around giving you $150 off that first one. What if I say I put an extra $50 off that? I'm telling your neighbors to do the first initial service for just $50.
Got you, bro. And I love that you you're trying to help me out and all that. But price, that's not too bad. I think it's a great company, so I'm definitely I don't mind paying the price. It's just I can't really do it without including my wife. It's like a shit. She's the captain. I'm the shit.
Happy
So
wife, happy life.
Exactly. I gotta run into the captain first. So if you just give me a card, I'll talk to her and I'll let you know about it.
Understand. Now, you see these bushes out here in the front yard?
Oh,
Come here real quick.
that's my wife's favorite.
Oh my God.
These little tiny little brown spots and holes inside the bushes.
Yeah.
Now,
I heard her
what
say
these
that.
are called is aphids. You see these right here? These little tiny green creatures. Oh, Those are exactly what are making these holes and causing that. Now, normally our aphid treatment is going to cost you another $15 per quarterly every time. But since I'm here on your porch, I'm already trying to get your business. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that off and do it for free. What do you say?
You gonna take care of my wife's flowers? Absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
All right.
Cash.
5 o'clock sound good to you?
Dude, didn't break eye contact. I mean, dude, like that was really great.
Yeah,
If you would have done
yeah.
that on the door, like on a real door, I promise you would have sold them. And so that's cool.
Yeah, so one thing that you could do is head nod like a bobblehead, basically a little more. Care Brown does that like crazy.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
He gets, it was like when you like said something, there was like kind of an awkward pause because he was sitting there thinking about what to say. You just sit there like this the whole time.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm at like 90% the whole time, and you just head bobbing. That's like another 1, 2, 3%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because even if they're not looking at you, they're still gonna see out of their peripheral you're just standing there head nodding, and they're not sitting there thinking like, "Why is this kid head nodding?" They're thinking about what they're thinking about, but you're still over there putting yes in their
Yeah.
mind. So
It's
yeah.
weird. They don't say anything, and you'll look in yourself, be like, I've been doing this for a long time. And it really, exactly how he said it. If he's at 90%, that is that 1, 2, 3% that's going to break a yes or no. I mean, that's what, like I said, that's whether you have the correct conversation or not. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It may feel weird to you, but I promise you.
They're not gonna think.
Nah, not at all.
All right. So I got a 5 o'clock and a 6 o'clock. Which one will work better for you?
I got you. Well, if I had some time, I'd probably do it around 6 o'clock, but I'm really just super busy right now. I don't have too much time for that.
I totally understand, man. Damn. I don't know how to hit that.
Relate yourself to him.
Yeah, myself.
Oh yeah. Got you. Sure, I totally understand, man. Now, like I said, I'm taking care of all your neighbors. I'm gonna be here tomorrow as well. I'm taking care of John and Stacy. So if you're gonna be around 3 p.m. tomorrow, that's gonna work a little better for me as well.
Honestly, man, today's really like my only day off, man, and I gotta go back in around 6, and that's the time you're doing it. So I just don't think it's the right, the time's not meeting up.
Yeah, I got
just
you.
don't have too much time.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you want to take a card, if you want to give me a call around tomorrow whenever you're free, I'll get that done for you. Now, normally it's not a call-in special, but since I want to get your business, I got you, man.
So, I mean, there's not anything bad about what you just said. Probably not ever gonna get a call from him. It's just the way it is. If anything, schedule a time to come back and talk to them again face to face.
Awesome.
Don't they also not have to be there? So you can
That's
say,
what I was gonna
let's
say.
say like,
I always tell them that
if you're looking for some inside treatment, you will have to be here and we can set up a rescheduled time.
I really like you.
Really, I'm gonna be doing all my work outside, so you don't have to be here.
Yeah. I usually go, I'm like, well, do you want the inside dining? And then sometimes they'll say, I don't care about it. Sometimes they will say that, but like, awesome, we're gonna come by, we'll go to the outside tomorrow for you. Then you just call the office, schedule an inside whenever you want us to be back.
And then so whenever you
And
do
then
that,
so
do you have to
because
make
you're
a
trying
note
to
on
get
your
them,
tablet?
you're trying to get them service.
Can you just switch it up real quick?
If you're pitching to me right now, it's 3 o'clock right now, and your next appointments are at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and none of those work for me, but you already have, say someone's already scheduled for the 3 o'clock, then I would just say, you could switch it. So
Okay,
then I would
cool.
take my 3 o'clock and switch it to my 5 o'clock, and tell them that, hey, listen, I've been talking to you for a little bit, I really like you. I'm gonna switch to the time slot with Cindy next door. Her husband gets back at 7, so he'll be here when the service is being done. I'll go ahead and give you her slot at 3:30. So my truck will be here in about 30 minutes.
Alright,
That
cool.
way you have enough time to, and then you just keep going.
Heck yeah.
And that's if you have same days.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, that's fine.
yeah.
And that makes you
But that'll be a high potential this year. We're gonna have 85% of our services done same day this year. So
Yeah. And so you guys, you don't really understand how much better that is. But just take my word for it.
And I said same day. That's all. Like the slots that they would give me were only for that day, so that's why I said that. So yes, if you have slots for the same day, I usually would. If they don't have time, I'll I'll switch
expedite,
you
like,
with,
right now.
a good way to do that is do an urgency close. Tell them that you only have 2 more spots left for today. If you can get them fit in, instead of just having your guys sit around, drink a Slurpee, wasting time on the clock, I'll go ahead and knock an extra $50 off. Do it for just $49 for you.
Yeah.
So does that 5 o'clock slot work?
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
That's great. And like I was just telling him, they don't have to be there for the first one. And so my question is, I can't be here, but well, do you want the inside done? And then if they say yes, like fantastic, we're gonna come by tomorrow. We're gonna do the entire outside. You don't have to be here for that. And then when you want the inside done, let us cater around you. Just call the office. And so expect a smooth sailing. Don't look at that like, okay, they're not gonna buy it now. That sucks. Just be like, okay, like that's fine. We're gonna do this instead.
Yeah.
And then they'll usually agree depending on how confident you say it.
Awesome.
But the reason why it's cool that everyone's giving you their input is there's no one way to say it. Just find what works best for you, and then whatever you think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can only do so much in preparation to prepare you guys before. I mean, once you got to get out there to really understand a lot of what we're saying, and then you're gonna really learn. Like the first 2 weeks of your summer, you're gonna learn a ton. You're gonna learn a ton, and your sales are going to really jump up after 2 weeks.
Heck yeah.
And so even if you're like 1 week in and you're only getting one a day, which you may not think that much, but I'm telling you, your first week, that's good. Don't ever think that, like, okay, well, I guess I get one a day every day for the summer. You will pick up exponentially throughout the entire thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, this is about just working on yourself every day. You know, when you get home, figure out what you did wrong.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can do it in between doors too, like a
Yeah.
self-evaluation.
Yeah, and then we also do our meetups in the morning. So,
Yeah, and everyone is there. Everyone's going to have different ways that they say it, just like we all do. Not one is better than the other, because like I said, whichever one you think works the best will work the best for you. Yeah.
yeah, I'll give it a go. All right, cool. So I got a 5 o'clock and a 6 o'clock today. Which one's gonna work better for you?
I got you, brother. So today's really my only day off, and I gotta go back into work. So I don't really have too much time. But I do need the service.
Yeah.
So one of this this week, when I have some time, I'll give you a call.
Oh yeah. Well, do you want the inside done?
Yeah, I'll probably need the inside.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. So we're gonna come out tomorrow and we'll get everything out in the yard done. Then we can come back and reschedule a time whenever you're gonna be home, because you really don't gotta be home while we're doing the service outside. So, like I said, I got a 6 o'clock and a.
No, because then it doesn't matter, because they're not going to be home.
Oh yeah.
So
Just assume it. Just assume them.
Yeah.
Quick approach.
If you can either get me done right now, earlier, or
Yeah.
later in the week.
Yeah.
I would say for your sake, just get me, switch me with someone.
Yeah, if you can get it done, you want it done as early as you can.
Mhm.
But if he was really adamant about wanting to be there, don't press that, because that'll lose it to you. But if
Yeah.
they don't care, then it's whatever. So the next thing would not be, do you want to do it this time? Okay, well, we'll just come by at 4. What was your first name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just that's a light bulb close, right? When
Light-
you get their name.
Light bulb is usually at the very. You can do a light bulb to get their name. Like, oh wait, what was your name? It's like a light bulb went off in your head, but the light bulb closes usually at the end. Like, wait, you're gonna be here tomorrow, right? Like, I can't believe I forgot to already ask you that. So like, that's a light bulb. But what's your first name is easy, because it's just like, okay, I'll tell you. Well, what's your last name? And then, like I said, they're just filling out the contract, and it's really easy to overcome an objection at the very end than it is in the very beginning.
Most
But
definitely.
great job. And then just make sure that you're smiling while he's giving the objections.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got you.
All right, this guy.
Cool. So I got a 2 o'clock and a 4 o'clock today. Which one works better for you?
I got you, man. I am going free. I will be free, but I'll be honest with you, man. I don't want to be rude. I haven't seen any bugs.
Sure, man. Totally get it. I mean, I'd be surprised if you guys were seeing anything on the inside this early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out in the yard is where they're all breeding and nesting right now, so we just want to take care of that before it becomes an issue on the inside.
Gotcha.
You're gonna be in at the 2, right?
So you say you guys are getting into the yard?
Oh yeah. So we got a full warranty on the whole yard, so we're gonna get you guys from the curb all the way to that back fence post. Take care of everything out there for you guys.
Alrighty, and if I see anything in the front or backyard.
Yeah. Give us a call. We'll get you guys in for free.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, 2 o'clock.
2? Cool.
Okay, you hope it goes like that. You did a really good job. That was really good. The words, like I said, I know you're stumbling just a tad.
Yeah.
It didn't really seem like it though, but that will stop. So when he's asking those buying questions, like, wait, you're gonna get in the yard?
Yeah.
He's interested. Close.
Sure.
Right
Yeah.
there. What's your first name?
Cool. What's your first name?
Yeah.
Let's go right into it.
Money. Great
He
job.
says, "Oh, you guys are gonna get in the yard? Yeah, I'm going from the front curb to the back fence line, and I'm warranting the whole thing. 4 o'clock works, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're gonna be here later today, right?
Actually, no, bro, I'm not. I gotta head to work, but I'll be honest with you, man. My wife is huge on chemicals, so I'm definitely not the best.
Totally. That's actually why I work for Aptiv. Out of all of the companies I could work for, we're actually the #1 pest control company in the country right now. And that's because we use all chemicals derived from the chrysanthemum plant. So, you know, they're 100% safe for your plants, or your, for your plants, for your pets and your kids. Tell you what, man, I'm sure you're concerned about that. We actually do a service for ticks and fleas. Tell you what, man, I'll throw that in completely for free.
That sounds great. I've lived here for 5 years. I've never had a flea or tick out here. Service sounds great. We definitely need it. The only problem is, I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna be able to get through to my wife with the chemical usage. I mean, if you got any products, you know, that aren't chemicals, I think she'd be more likely to go, but she's a big no-no.
Absolutely, I hate chemicals too, man.
Oh yeah?
You know, they're actually botanically derived from natural pesticides that are produced in the chrysanthemum and marigold plants.
Oh, so these are plant-based products?
100%, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Close.
Then,
Close.
you guys aren't gonna be using any chemicals around the yard or up in the house or whatever you guys do?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is going a little dicey. I don't know if we can broadcast, but
I'll try
yeah.
to just
No, you're right. You're right. So the first thing that
I don't
you
know
did,
what level to give you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. I would hope somebody would be like that. But chemicals are a word that you probably just don't even want to say.
Products.
That's all I was saying.
Product. In the
There's,
beginning,
yeah,
you accidentally
that's why he
said
was like, I don't think they're like chemicals, but if you got a new product, like he softballed it to you, but I don't think you caught it. But products is the best thing.
Did I say chemicals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know you just did it by accident. That's
Okay,
fine,
yeah.
but you just haven't heard somebody tell you to not say it. And then stuff like contract, like those no words set off an alarm in their head. Like contract, wait, what? I'm signing a contract? Like there's just little things. You're putting chemicals around my yard? No. All my products EPA approved. It's plant based from the chrysanthemum, the marigold. Kids, I was like, the dog can literally lick it, and it's just gonna grow an extra tail. But you don't care about that. They'll laugh. Like make it lighthearted. And sometimes it's in the product concern. You don't really have to ace because that looks like you're trying to cover your butt. Just you can kind of just resolve that one and be like, so 2 o'clock's fine, right? But if you want to throw an ace, you can too. Like I said, whatever you think works best will probably work best.
All right.
But good job. All right. Do you want to do it again or?
Yeah, let me run that back again.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. You're gonna be here later today, right?
Yeah, I'm free most of the day. The only problem is, I'll be completely honest with you, I personally don't mind products all that, but my wife hates chemicals.
Absolutely.
So she's probably gonna be a no on that.
Absolutely. The great thing about Aptiv is we actually use all of our products are derived from the chrysanthemum and marigold plant. So they're completely kid and pet friendly.
Okay. All right. So
Now, are you gonna be here around 2 o'clock?
yeah. All right. So you guys are only using plant-based products?
100%.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
What's your last name?
Perfect.
Fucking
Good job at closing right
money.
there. Yeah.
Wait, that's a good strong close.
Yeah, that was a
right
good
there.
close right there, boy.
It's kind of awkward when you don't close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're there.
You left me like,
Yeah,
I don't know what to
yeah,
say.
Yeah, I know.
I just would
Like you'll
step
figure that
away.
out quick. Like people are expecting you to ask them.
Yeah,
You're
and
there
if,
for a reason.
Yes. So
Yeah.
when you don't close, they're like, are we just talking? Like, so you
Now-
just close.
after you do close, nothing else better come out of your mouth until they talk.
Smiles and head
You do
nods.
not say anything, and sometimes it will be a long silence, and it's gonna make you uncomfortable, and it'll make them a little bit uncomfortable too. That's why the smiling and head nod works that out. Because if you're just staring at each other blank, that's weird, bro. But it shows confidence when you get that pause. You're gonna be here tomorrow, right? And if they don't say anything, they probably weren't listening to you. And you're gonna wait, what? And then now you know they're listening this time. Like you're gonna be here, and then you can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So do not say anything, because if I'm like, you're gonna be here tomorrow, right? Wait, because I've got a spot. I really like. If you're gonna try to fill that in, if you're really pushing on me, it's not really worth it to have. You know, you're just letting them in on a secret. Like you can be here, I'll do it for this price. But if you can't,
So you're gonna be here later today?
Yeah, I probably will, but to be honest, man, I haven't seen any bugs since I moved in.
I hear you, man. Usually, we've been seeing some fire ant hills around on the neighbors. I was just talking to Sally. You know, they got the nice golden retriever out there.
Next door.
They've really been having a good time the beginning of spring and summer, and they've been seeing some fire ants. I know John, also across the street there, adjacent from you, has been worried about the same thing. So if I can get you taking care of them while my truck is sweeping through the neighborhood, just to make sure that you continue to not see them, it'll really turn into a long-term solution for you. So I was taking care of Sally at like 3 o'clock. Can I run by around 4?
oh my gosh.
Kill it, bro. Been practicing.
Every single one of you are gonna get really good, which is weird because sometimes there's an odd man out that doesn't look like they're gonna be good, but all you guys are gonna be good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good with the role play. But before we like head everything out, is there anything else that you guys want clarification on? If there's something that we didn't go over, anything?
Yeah, thanks for the help.
All right. You don't have questions? You good?
Heck yeah.
You guys are good?
Good.